Hello guys, it's What Ifs here. This is going to be part 3, I believe, of What If Bell and Deku were Mandalorians. Now, in the last episode, we left off with the entire planet, which the true Mandalorians are currently resided on, which is somewhere in let's see right here. It is somewhere in the unknown regions. So, yeah, it's quite far away from any of the, how do you say it, rebel holdings and all that, or, well, no, it's far from the New Republic, but it's sort of close to the remnants of the Empire. But, anyways, in the last episode, just like I said, they were able to take control of the entire planet. Bell and Deku have about, I believe, 10,000 or so credits, which they can now spend on anything they really want. And on top of that, they also have half of their Beskar armor, with really the only thing which they are currently missing would be, well, the armor which protects their legs. Everything else they have. And also a jetpack. Yeah, there we go. A jetpack and the armor for their legs. That's the only pieces which they're really missing. But, just like I said in the last episode, Bell and Deku are currently 18 years old, with Bell being 19 years old. And they are currently located on Endo. And what are they doing on Endo? Well, they are doing some missions for a crime boss. That mission, which for the first time, they're actually going to be doing in a bodyguard mission. Their main priority is to defend essentially a mafia leader's daughter, and they're going to be paid 3,000 credits for it, both of them, if they succeed in, getting her to her destination safe. And so, Belle is following close behind her, and essentially the convoy which is going there, while Deku is following them on the rooftops of the buildings, simply jumping from building to building and looking for any other counter snipers or anything like that. And for a second, Bell and Deku think that everything is going to be just fine, until, sadly for both of them, the main car, or how they say it, the hovercraft, I believe it's called, which is in the front of the entire convoy, had been blown up, and out of nowhere, two ATSTs come out of nowhere. With them having no clue, with Deku having no clue how he didn't see that, but that's when he sees that they have some sort of cloaking technology. With Bell and Deku simply started cursing at each other. Bell started cursing at Deku to how he couldn't see that, and Deku cursing at Bell for what the fuck was he thinking by letting, how do you say it, the main priority to the girl which they need to defend going out alone. But that's when they stop bickering and start shooting the guys who came to kill his daughter, the mob boss's daughter. And so, with all that going on, there are about 60, I would say, Trandoshans. Yes, not so good. So, there are currently 60 Trandoshans, which are a rival gang of the mobster, which are trying to kill his daughter. But sadly for them, they're currently going up against two expert Mandalorians. And also Bell, which, when he comes up close, he will slit your throat in a matter of seconds. And that is exactly how one Trandoshan finds out that the hard way. With him charging at Bell with, I believe it's called a slug shotgun or something like that, but essentially a more powerful version of our own shotguns. He goes up to Bell and shoots it, every single pellet hitting the Beskar armor which Bell has. Oh, and also one more note. This Beskar armor is made out of pure Beskar, so yeah, it's extremely, extremely durable. Unlike some other armors, which, let's see, if an armor to be called a true Beskar armor is that it's only made with Beskar. while, how do you say it, the Beskar armor, which most Mandalorians had, was mixed in with, how do you say it, both Beskar and some other metals. But, anyways, as the Trandoshan shoots Bell with his shot, did hit Bell, but his armor, the Trandoshan now suddenly sees Bell glaring at him. Needless to say, in under a second, Bell runs up to him and slits his throat with his vibro knife. And then after that, seeing that 3 more Trandoshans are coming at him, this time with melee weapons, yeah, Bell simply takes out his vibro sword and, well, goes to town. He kills all 3 of those Trandoshans, then he, well, throws his sword at the largest Trandoshan he could see, piercing the guy's head with it, jumping onto the Trandoshan, pulling out his vibro sword, and then killing 2 more Trandoshans which were right behind him. With the Trandoshans now, who were of a species which were always looking for a good fight or for a good hunt, with some of them shitting themselves, because what they just saw was their leader and essentially their elite troops being killed by one guy, which was a human, 2 heads shorter than all of them. But before they could really do anything, one of the ATSTs gets blown up. How did that happen? Well, at this time, and with the 3 years which had passed, yeah, Deku was able to get a rocket launcher. So, yeah, that's just it. And he may also have disintegration bullets for his new disintegration pistol. It's not a rifle, which like the Mandalorian uses, but rather than a pistol. So, yeah. It's essentially does the same thing, and even more effectively. The only difference being that he has shorter range. But anyway, he uses his rocket launcher to shoot the first ATST, with the ATST being completely and utterly blown up, because the type of rockets which Bell was using, which Deku was using, could easily even penetrate an AT-AT, and an ATST is, well, a toy compared to an actual AT-AT. And so, after the first one goes down, the other ATST starts shooting at Deku's position. But before he can do any sort of meaningful damage, Bell comes up below the ATST, puts 2 thermal detonators at each one of its legs, and yeah, simply scoots around the building and hits his detonator. It kills a dozen or so more Trandoshans which were around the blast area, and the ATST, well, goes up in flames. And that's when, with the Trandoshans now being, well, especially considering that is, fuck, I'm sorry guys. So, now with the Trandoshans seeing what had happened, and them also losing half of their members in under a couple of minutes, yeah, they sort of start to piss and shit their pants even more. And then it also doesn't help that one of the Trandoshans gets sidekicked by Deku, who just, well, essentially jumped off a building and right into the Trandoshan's face as a cushion. And yeah, after that, Deku takes out his double, well, Mandalorian pistols and starts going to town. He kills a further 6 Trandoshans. One Trandoshan's actually being able to, how do you say it, do like the whole hugging thing when he comes up from behind him and puts him in a chokehold, I guess. Yeah, that's it. But sadly for him, Bell has something which essentially makes that completely and utterly useless. That being called a flamethrower. Yeah. Bell turns on his, well, flamethrower and burns the poor Trandoshan's foot. And then after that, he puts his entire hand, along with the flamethrower, inside of the Trandoshan's mouth. And then he turns it on. Yeah, the Trandoshan didn't stand that much of a chance with him, well, being cooked from the inside out. Now, the other Trandoshans start running away, but at that point, something happens. Because they get hit with force lightning. Or, well, essentially what looked like to Bell and Deku, they get hit with just pure lightning. And then out of the shadows comes somebody else. That somebody else being one of Palpatine's, well, Sith assassins. Which isn't really a Sith assassin anymore, since, yeah, it was like Palpatine died. And this girl right here, which, by the way, her name is the one and only Mina. And if any of you guys, and I believe that all of you guys know who Mina is, if you watched My Hero Academia. And yeah, she takes great pleasure in killing all of them. And now she turns around to Bell and Deku with her essentially wearing all of this. And well, she also hid her lightsaber, so yeah, they can't exactly see it. But well, before Deku could ask any sort of questions, Mina immediately, well, jumps off, using force jump and getting the hell out of there. And when that happens, essentially the police force or the planet arrives. But before they can do really anything meaningful, Bell and Deku simply take the main car, or how do you say it? I guess the vehicle, which had the mobster's daughter inside of it, and then just take her away to the next checkpoint. And that's when they leave her there, and the mob boss also gives them an extra 1000 credits each. Because his daughter, told him what they did to those Trandoshans. And funnily enough, those two gangs have been at each other's throats for, well, years. And thanks to what Bell and Deku did, both of those gangs have been utterly annihilated. But before they're sent away, Deku asks him who exactly was her right here. And with the mobster simply telling him that he has no clue. Everything he knows is that some sort of assassin, as the mobster says to them, was sent here to kill someone important from the New Republic. They don't know why, and they don't know from where she is or who she is. Everything they know is that she killed several battalions of stormtroopers all by herself, although be it in an ambush and by blowing all of them up, and the remaining ones killed with lightning. But that's everything with what the mobster knows. And as all of them, the being Bell and Deku, go back to their ship, which, yeah, they have a ship, which is essentially, a ship meant for bounty hunting. It cost quite a few credits, which they had amassed over the years. But yeah, it was essentially how do I say this? So, imagine a frigate. That's basically what they had. Although it was like a smaller version of a frigate, although I'm not sure how exactly you say that, what type of shit that is in Star Wars. But yeah, essentially they had that. And as they go to their ship, they see her. That being that they see Mina essentially waiting for them right there. Now, Bell immediately gets out his, laser rifle, I believe? Yeah, laser rifle. And yeah, before he can even do anything, he gets, he feels something gripping his neck. And that being the indomitable force choke. And yeah, with him not knowing what the hell was happening, he takes out an EMP, which he already had in his hand, and throws it right at Mina, with the EMP grenade going off, and Mina being able to jump and avoid it. Although that's when she gets stunned by Deku, with Deku using his sniper rifle but in stun mode. So yeah, Mina is currently unable to move and all that. Don't get any creepy ideas. I know that one of you is gonna get a creepy idea, but don't. And as Deku and Bell go there to question her, and also what the hell she just did to Deku's brother, Mina tells them nothing, and that's when Deku and Bell simply, well, do the most reasonable option, with that being that Bell simply tells Deku to, well, essentially this: can I shoot her? With Deku responding with a stern no. That's when Bell asks again, okay, can I accidentally shoot her? With Deku immediately again saying no. And before Bell can say the third thing, Deku simply tells him to shut up. With Mina, well, laughing, like right in front of them. With Bell simply asking her what the hell's funny, and Mina saying that both of them are funny. And how stupid they are. And yeah, at that point, Bell simply takes out one of his own pistols and stuns her again 2 times, so she's fully knocked out. And that's when Deku and Bell simply put her on their ship, restrain her. Do not get any weird ideas. I know that some of you are. And, how do you say it, put her in a specialized prison cell, with Deku being there to watch while Bell was the one which got the ship to go into hyperspace, and yeah. And so, after about 2 hours of her sleeping in her cell, she finally wakes up, seeing that she's in a sort of a prison cell, and then she also sees Deku right out of the cell. That's when Mina, well, tells Bell, she tells Deku, sorry guys, I'm getting them mixed up a bit. She tells Deku that her name is Mina and that she's sorry for the little misunderstanding, but that you guys did threaten her, that they did threaten her first. With Deku stating that she was the one who was on their private landing pad. With Mina simply saying potato tomato. Yeah. Well, actually, wait, I don't think that they even have potatoes and tomatoes in the Star Wars universe. Fuck it, now they have potatoes and tomatoes. And, well, yeah. As all of that was going on, they began to have a nice chat. Oh. Crap. Shit. Okay, there you go. That was really stupid of me. But, yeah. Deku was the first one to ask, with Mina, what exactly was she, and if she was, for who was she working for? That's when Mina simply tells him that she is a bounty hunter, and that she used to work for the old empire when she was like, well, not exactly work for, but the empire trained her from a young age with the Force. Now, Deku didn't exactly know what the Force was, or he did hear about it. So, yeah, he asked her, what exactly is the Force? With her stating that the Force is essentially, well, a force. She can use it to move around objects, he can choke somebody with it, and she can also do Force lightning. And that's when she asks Deku, who exactly are they? Deku explains how him and his brother, Bell, are Mandalorians. And, well, with Mina being a bit skeptical about that because she thought that the Emperor had killed all the Mandalorians. But that's when Bell simply tells her that the Emperor was shit at doing his job, at least with Mandalorians, and that quite a few of them were able to escape from Mandalore. And that's when Mina simply tells him the hard truth, that Mandalore was under the occupation of one of the 6 main Imperial, well, warlords. And that's when Deku simply asks Mina, and with Mina stating that she wasn't expecting Deku to say and And that's when Deku simply tells her that they have a plan how to take back Mandalore, but that he sure as hell wasn't gonna tell it to somebody who wasn't worthy of knowing it. And yeah, with that lovely conversation now being over, before... Oh. Okay, so I believe that we left off with Bell, that is Deku, and Mina finishing their little talk. And now, as both of them simply start looking at each other for some weird reason, got no clue why, Bell enters the main, well, hangar, where that cell is located, where she currently is. With Bell simply asking Deku what the hell is he doing, and Deku responding that he's talking to the prisoner. With Bell responding to that with, what exactly, are you in love with her or something? Now, behind Deku's, how do you say it, helmet, he was blushing. Yes, I know that you guys are going to realize what sort of a ship I'm going to be doing for the first one. Yeah, but with all that was going on, Bell goes ahead and tells Deku that they're currently at their new planet, where they were tasked to get some things done. With that plan being, well, the one and only Hoth. And let's see, since the Civil War had ended, several colonists have actually come to Hoth and all that. Although now the only problem was that they were either getting attacked by pirates, raiders, or by, how do you call them? Those, well, yeah, pirates or raiders. Or even some remnants of the Imperials who were left on Hoth to starve and, well, be killed off. Although they somehow survived. And that's when Mina asked them if she's allowed to accompany them. With Bell saying no, and Deku, because he's a huge fucking simp, saying why wouldn't she be able to come with us? Yeah, Deku's a simp in this. I'm enjoying myself too much with this. But yeah, as Bell tells him that they don't know who she is, with Deku responding, she's Mina, she was trained by the Emperor to be an assassin. With Bell simply looking at Deku, well, in his mind, he was like, what sort of a fucking conversation did these two have? And that's when Bell asks Deku, did he say anything about them? That's when Deku said that, well, essentially this. He told her their names, and he also told her that they had a plan to, well, take over Mandalore. With Bell simply looking at Deku with a really, really strong hesitation to not chop off his head with his, how do you say it? Vibro blade. And yeah, and that's when Bell simply gives in. Although he tells Deku that they're going to need some new clothes for her, because this is Hoth, and the clothes that she was currently wearing was essentially this. So yeah, not exactly proper clothes for a snow planet. And that's when Deku simply goes to some of their belongings and just finds some clothes which she can fit in. And Deku gives her this, with Mina being thankful. And also, if you guys are wondering, Mina was being trained by the Emperor and Darth Vader himself to become a Sith assassin. So yeah, or one of the Emperor's hands. Those being the actual people who can, those being like the Inquisitors and all that crap. Although the assassins were a bit different from them. They were like the actual hands of the Emperor. So they were somewhat like Darth Vader. Yeah. But before she could be fully trained, she was able to escape, just as, well, Coruscant fell to the rebels. And after that, she found her way planet from planet, simply getting her skills all good worked out. And, well, with one thing which she got on the way was that she actually met a Jedi Master. Yeah, to be not a Jedi Master, but more like a Jedi apprentice, which escaped Coruscant in Jedi Temple massacre, and then lived his life in like in a secluded colony on one of the far-off planets. And that's when she took this chance to, well, kill that Jedi apprentice, which didn't know any sort of force powers and didn't even have his lightsaber with him. But yeah, she killed him, and then she asked his neighbors, which of course she threatened, to tell her where he lived. They told her where he lived, and as she went there, she found it, his lightsaber. And after making the cyber, that is, how they said, the crystal inside of the lightsaber, bleed to make its color a really, really nice red. Just like the color of blood. And so yeah, that's essentially her backstory on how she got the lightsaber, and yeah. I will probably go more in depth in her backstory a bit later on. But for now, yeah, that's what happened to her. And as their ship lands on Hoth, and as all three of them now fully armored up, with even Mina getting some, well, not the best kind of armor, but standard shoulder pads and breastplates. Simply so that she doesn't get shot and killed. Although, with her having her lightsaber, she could easily deflect most of them. And yeah, as they go to this colony, which was a rather large colony, having over 10,000 people in it, and with 700 of those people actually having blasters and being essentially the police force, yeah, the main captain of the colony, or like their police force more accurately, tells them that they need them to take care of some pirates which have been raiding supplies which they were getting from other colonies. And well, yeah, Bell and Deku ask them where, that is, Deku asks them where exactly are the pirates located. And that's when, how do you say it, the chief essentially gives them a map, a hollow map of the area, and tells them where the pirates are. And that's when, sadly for Bell, Deku and Mina, they see that the pirates have actually taken over in a former Imperial base of operations. Which, it wouldn't be that bad if there was like a small number of them, but yeah, not only were there only 2 Mandalorians and 1 Sith assassin against 70 pirate. Yeah, no, they're going to absolutely break them. But yeah, there were about 70 pirates in that base, and the pirates also had a choke point, several, how do you say it, Gatling blaster rifles, those being essentially miniguns, which could fire lasers, and they also had several heavy laser cannons, which were used to take down essentially tanks and firefighters. So yeah, they had 3 of those. And yeah, as they made their journey there, they were forced to kill a bit of the endangered species of Hoth. Those being, how do you call them again? Crap, I forgot. Crap, damn it. It's actually the thing which attacked Luke in the, how do you say it, New Hope, I believe. Yeah, they killed like several of them, with Bell and Deku actually seeing how proficient Mina was with her lightsaber and with Force Lightning. And after about a day and a half of travel, they arrived about 2 kilometers away from the pirates' position. And that's when they made a camp in a bit of a caving. So yeah, as Bell took the first watch, Deku and Mina got to talking a bit more. Deku asked what exactly was Mina's backstory, and Mina tells him that her childhood really isn't that important to her, but she does tell him about how she was trained by the Emperor and Darth Vader, and also how exactly she was able to, well, how do you say it? How exactly she was able to survive for all these years. And yeah, that's what was going on. But that's when Bell interrupts them yet again by telling them that there's a group of pirates actually heading their way. And that's when they realize something. The cave which they made, how they said, camp in, they see several crates full of credits and also one crate filled with ammo and another one filled with weapons. Yeah, they accidentally went into a secret stash of the pirates. And well, without being known, they quickly make an ambush for them. Now, as the 11 pirates enter the cave-in to get their crates and to, well, take them back to the main base, they get attacked. Mina takes the two guys in the back. So yeah, the pirates which were in there are now unable to get out of the cave. And with that being said, Deku shoots his double pistols at 4 more pirates. And now the other 6 pirates which were left essentially get gutted by Bell, with Bell using both his vibro knife and his vibro sword to slice and dice them. And do exactly what, well, Deadpool did, and make a kebab, or well, a shish kebab, I believe, of one of them. So yeah, a rather fun one. And as all that was going on, one pirate, the 12th one, which didn't enter the cave and was like actually just waiting outside, sees that Bell, Mina and Deku just killed his entire squad. And that's when he begins running. In an open field, where it's only snow, and he's wearing a brown jacket. And Deku has a sniper rifle. Yeah, he got away for like a whole 50 feet before he earned a laser beam through the head. So yeah. Although at that point, because the 11 pirates, that is the 12 pirates, never returned, the other pirates got a bit concerned, and that's when they simply put up more watches to, well, take care of the area. And after that night passes, Deku, Mina, and wait, crap. Okay, sorry about the wait, guys. So yeah, as all of that was going on, that is, as the next day comes back, or comes forth, Mina, Deku, and Bell all get ready to, well, go ahead and kick some ass. Now, Deku takes up his position, which using a bit of a technological piece which he installed in all of his armor, he's able to turn his Beskar armor into a pure white color instead of being it green and white. And also he's wearing a proper, a coat of, well, essentially white fur, so he isn't exactly going to be noticed. And he gets his shots in order. And while that is going on, Bell is on the right flank, just essentially going to flank all of the pirates, while Mina goes in from the front, with her being confident that she can, well, deflect every single, blast of fire which gets near her. And that's what exactly happens. Mina starts using, force jump, immediately jumps into the air, and then using the force, grabs several of the nearby boulders and throws it at the main cannons which the pirates had. She destroys 2 cannons, and yeah, after that, the pirates got no more heavy cannons. And then, as the pirates see her, they start shooting at her. Exactly as that happens, Deku shoots 2 pirates right in between their eyes, with the pirates not knowing that there's also a sniper somewhere. And just as exactly as one of the pirates sees where Deku is, and goes ahead and tries to tell to the other pirates, before he can do anything, a vibro knife slits his throat, with Bell now also flanking them. With Bell using his essentially a high-powered pistol, he is able to kill several more of the pirates, and then he also kills 2 more with his vibro knife, throwing an EMP grenade and disabling the several droids which the pirates had. And now the pirates are in a tiny bit of trouble, because they were going up against that, and they were also going up against, well, Mina, who was just able to break through their defenses and had already killed a dozen of them. So yeah, as Deku was shooting all the pirates which were outside, after essentially, 3 minutes, all of the pirates which were outside had been killed. Every single one. And after that had happened, the pirates which were inside were essentially shitting their pants and just getting prepared for them to be killed, or for them to somehow kill the 3 people who just killed 40 of them. And yeah, the remaining 20 pirates, which were, well, inside of it, get their wishes fulfilled, because 3 thermal detonators are put on the blast door, and Bell, like always, hits the big red button. He blows up the blast door, and after that the pirates begin to shoot. Although after the snow clear, or that is after the dust and snow clear, there's a bit of a problem there. That being that, they didn't shoot anyone, and as all of them were waiting for their, weapons to cool off, they just get 3, grenades thrown at them by Bell. And that's how, 7 of the pirates get killed. Mina and Bell go in for the short distance, and start killing them. Mina with her lightsaber and Bell with his lightsaber blades, with Deku coming in third, and the last one behind both of them, and shoots all the pirates with his dual pistols. And just like that, the entirety of the base of the pirates has been completely and utterly killed. After that, the Bell, Mina, and Deku go ahead and see what the pirates had. And remarkably, the pirates actually had in a container of Beskar, which surprises both Bell and Deku, because this is rather a lot. And what I mean a lot is just barely enough for both of them to get their full armor, or for them to get all of their armor pieces. And with that being said, all of them go ahead and head back to the town, or the colony. Why do I have to yawn? And as they go to the, main chief, I guess, he gives them their rightfully earned 6,000 credits, that being for all 3 of them. And after that, the police officers essentially sent some of their own guys there to get the weaponry, and with that being done, Bell, Mina, and Deku go off on their own. That is, they go to their ship, and with Deku actually asking Mina if she would want to join them, and with Mina simply responding, yeah, sure, why not? With Bell simply telling to Deku that this is a bad idea, this is an extremely fucking bad idea, and Deku not caring. And with now them, as Bell gets back to the cockpit and enters hyperspace. That is light speed, not hyperspace, for fuck's sakes. And after that, well, actually, I believe that was a good enough way to end the video. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you have a great, well, a great day.